Basic teaching skills. Basic teaching skills are special abilities or skills that an educator must have in order to carry out teaching tasks effectively and efficiently. Thus, basic teaching skills relate to several fundamental and inherent abilities or skills that an educator must have in carrying out their duties. 1. Question skills. Method that can be used by us as teachers to ask questions to students to find out their characteristics. According to Dharma Didi, students will be stimulated to image so that they can develop new ideas. Usman also believes that in the learning process, asking questions play an important role because the questions are well structured and the techniques used are good. It is also a prophet that it will have a positive impact on students, namely A. Increasing student participation in teaching and learning activities. B. Raw student interest and curiosity about a problem being faced or discussed. C. Develop active learning patterns and way for students because thinking itself is actually asking. D. Building student thinking process because good questions will help students be able to determine good answer. E. Focus student attention on the problem being discussed. Skill proof strengthening. Technique ways for providing reinforcement in learning activities are carried out verbal and non-verbal. Verbal reinforcement is appreciation expressed verbal. Meanwhile, nonverbal reinforcement is expressed by imitating the body movement and giving something. The benefits of reinforcement of students themselves are to increase attention in learning, grow self-confidence, and maintain conductive learning. 3. Skill in providing variation. Variation has a meaning that contains difference in learning activities. Variation is defined as a teacher international or uninternational action to stimulate and engage students during learning in order to reduce burden during learning activities so that student attention is focused on learning. 4. Explaining skills. Mastery of explanation skill. 4. Teacher can increase to effectiveness of presenting explanation, estimate student level of understanding in order to expand student own knowledge, and overcome the scarcity of book as a learning tool and resource. Planning activities in learning activities aim to help students understand questions, as well as provide students with an appreciation of the recent process regarding student understanding. 5. Skill opening and closing lesson. This activities is carried out to create precondition so that student attention is focused on learning material that they will study. Opening learning activities are not only carried out at the beginning of learning but at the beginning of each activity section. Listen, such as starting work on assessment, discussion activities, question and answer activities. Listen closely activities are carried out to focus study. Attention on the end of the recent activities, such as summarizing in the material that has been discussed, organizing all the activities or listen that have been studied. 6. Skill for building Small group discussion is learning format which has the following characteristic. 1. Involve 3 for 9 students in each group. 2. Have a binding goals. 3. Take place in informal face-to-face interaction. 4. Takes place according to a systematic process. Small group discussion are beneficial for students. Normally, this baseline increasing motivation to learn, increasing understanding. 7. Class management skills. Classroom management is a type of activity to develop research study behavior with a positive socio-emotional climate as well as developing and facilitating active classroom organization. 8. Small group and individual teaching skills. Teaching small group and individual is a form of ordinary classical teaching that allows teacher to deal with several small groups studying individually or at the same time. This teaching format is characterized by the closeness of teacher and study in learning activities. Suggestion: as prospective educator, we should understand the basic skill of teaching in elementary school correctly so that in the future, the implementation of teaching and learning can run smoothly. Thank you.